39. Are we allowed to vote on this? Yeah. Okay. Moved Dave, seconded Yanni. I'll put that.
Sorry. I was just concerned. Why are we getting this now rather than before the 1st of July?
Just a delay with the council's meetings. It ideally should have come through to your meeting, the last meeting in June, and it didn't. I was waiting for some clarification back from the Remuneration Authority. So they have actually seen the draft policy and provided some feedback, as I've referenced in the report. So it's purely been a timing matter.
Right, okay. And the other question I had was, you make a distinction between the chairs of council committees, but there's nothing that mentions chairs of working parties. So I just wondered whether you consider that on page 347. Because it did seem to me, but yeah, I mean, I'm not really keen to have that exception for the chairs of the committees, but if you were going to have it, I thought it would only be fair to make sure that the working party chairs would also access that.
Sorry, what? Can you say that again?
Page 347.
If the council was in a mind to add that to it, I see no issue with that.
Or do we need to have it there at all?
Where are you, Yanni?
Just on paragraph 2 under councillors,
Yeah.
it grants extra budget outside of the individual budgets that have already been set of 4,000 for committee chairs. It adds additional $2,000 a year.
No.
So I
don't
just
think we want to increase that, do we?
Well,
whether we needed that or not.
if we did, through you, Madam Chair, it would follow that, for example, chairs of hearing panels would also receive that, so that would in effect be everybody if that's what council wished to do.
Well, I was happy just to take it out because I thought 4,000 is pretty generous. But
Get an extra 2.
yeah, so I don't. Is that a new provision that's been put in? Or?
No.
Can we just take out 2? Completely. So everybody gets the same.
Yeah, I mean that's my view. Everyone should get the
Okay.
same.
Is everybody
Well,
fine
hang on,
with that?
what's the justification and argument for it being in there? I'd like to hear that first.
I've got no idea.
What
I
does
haven't
it mean
seen.
that it doesn't fall into discretionary funding in paragraph 1? Why does it not fall into that?
Yeah, I think we need some more information before we
Oh
start.
no,
pulling
it's quite
stuff
simple.
out.
So at the moment, Joe will explain.
This is actually just the policy that you adopted in last year with amendments from the determination from the Remuneration Authority with a couple of sections. So I've purely left that in there because it's what you had. If the council chooses to take it out, there's no issue with
Why
that.
is it there though, Joe? I mean, that just because it was there before isn't necessarily a reason. So why, and the point that Pauline made, is what is it that would mean that it would fall outside discretionary funding? We need the specific answers to those questions, I think, before we decide to start pulling things out.
Okay. Just looking at it, I have read it as assuming the chairs of council committees may have an additional responsibility over and above some of the other roles of councillors.
Why would that fall out outside discretionary?
Or
though?
fall outside the $4,000, I guess, to enable it to be, if they're going to specific conferences, to be above that
so
amount.
it's above the discretionary amount,
So
not
it's
necessarily
additional.
discretionary.
It's
Okay,
an
all right.
additional one. I don't think we need it, do we?
I'm not prepared to pull it out.
Because there may be other types of sources of funding if that should be required.
Well, we don't know that, and I'm not. We
4,000
shouldn't be
is
doing that
huge.
now.
We don't need it. Yeah.
I mean,
Don't need it? Do we want it or not?
Well,
want it
can I
there
just say, it's clearly for part of councillors' training, and if there's additional conferences too, which can be very informative, there needs to be a clear fund as to who around that and who goes. That's
Well,
all.
can I just be clear? So there's an allocation anyway. Do people want 2 in there? How long does this last for, Joe?
This is for 12 months, it'll
12
come
months,
back.
right.
Can I ask another question, Vicky?
Well, wait a minute, can we just get a clear view on this? Do people want, on page 347, do you want paragraph 2 in there or not?
My question was about that. So how often, do you know, do community board chairs exceed the $4,000?
It's
Council.
Councillors.
Oh, is it?
Council chairs.
Oh, council chair. How often do they exceed it?
To the best of my knowledge, it hasn't happened, but I will acknowledge that I've been sitting in this seat for 6 months, so...
So we don't have that information.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, can I just get a show of hands? Do you want it, if you want it in, please raise your hand.
I just think leave it in.
Yeah.
Right, do you want it out? Raise your hand. Okay, so we'll just leave it as it is.
Then can we
Right.
consider the amendment that I'll put forward? Because there's a whole bunch of other councillors that do things that aren't chairing committees.
No, we're not going
that
to.
chair working
I don't
parties.
think, given the very
Clear.
divided council on it, I don't think you're going to get anything more put in there.
So he's wanting to extend.
No, I know what he's wanting, yeah.
So-
Yeah. Oh, you can have a go if you want to.
Well, I just
I
don't
don't think
understand the
it's going to go
rationale.
through, Yanni.
So, like, say Pauline's chairing the
Yeah,
land
no,
drainage.
we understand what you want. You want to add more people to the discretionary additional funding under 2. I'm quite keen to take everybody out of it, but,
Yeah, well, that's true.
Okay.
That's cool.
so you're welcome to move it if you want to, really quickly.
That's okay.
Okay, right. Okay, so we've got it as it is. I'll put that. Those in favour, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Carried. Thanks, Joe.